This your City Boy OG Bry-dee, host of Urban Realness. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, that notification button. First thing I'd like to do is give a shout out to Gold Mike Podcast, followed by Red Supreme TV. And now I want to say what I got to say. It's cats on the internet that are trying to smut my message. Smut my message of spreading the word as a street journalist via my sources who do not, but they're in those quarters, but they do not agree with certain aspects of those quarters. That give me my intel. Stop smutting my message, Blue Devil. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I'm not living in the past. I'm not concerned with, oh, this happened to him, he's in this body, his feelings. I don't work with feelings. I check my feelings at the door on anything that I speak on. I'm simply trying to enlighten my culture that there are sundown towns and pockets of Los Angeles County that you don't go into, yet you want to smut my message as if I'm on a hate campaign. I don't have anything against Spanish speakers whatsoever, at all. And you can't find a video where I've said anything negative, and I keep reiterating this. See, but when you have things like in my comments, 818 stand together, except for Canoga Park, Alabama, they just don't like black people, then that means the rest of the 818 is complicit in that. Because the rest of the 818 didn't step to Canoga Park, Alabama and say, hey, man, you making us look bad. Stop saying what you say about black people. Stop writing on the walls what you write on the walls. I'm just using that one little smidgen of showing how it is. But you want to smut my message constantly and say I'm trying to create racial division. Race war. In Los Angeles County, what's race war going to be on? It's not going to be on nobody. Like, dudes are really going to jump in the car. I'm going to go to Crenshaw and kill me some blacks. I'm going to go to East LA and kill me some blacks. Man, come on, man. That's not reality, man. That's not realistic, man. That's not what's happening. I'm not creating a race war. I'm not creating division. I'm enlightening people that look like me that may come to California of certain areas not to go into. We live in the most liberal state it is, yet we have the biggest kept secret of homegrown terrorists in Los Angeles County. 1968, a fire church was bombed. 2 little black girls were killed. That's a terrorist act. That's a cowardly act. When you throw a cocktail into a home that children occupy, it doesn't matter when it happened. It happened. And if it happened once in those areas, it can happen again. Imagine if a black family moves in there right now with a woman with 4 children, ranging in ages between 4 and 14. Boys. It's going to happen. Come on. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. Don't hide behind something by saying, that I am a racist, or I have something against a culture, or that I have animosity, or that I have ill will towards anyone based on something happened in the past. Man, I've been shot up, stabbed up, beat up, the whole 9 yards, man, hit by cars. And I don't live back there. I don't have any animosity back there. I live in 2022. I live in what I see. I live in what I hear. Because I'm in the streets. But I'm not a part of the streets. I'm of the streets. And what I mean by that is I ride around the city. I see things, I talk to people, I do things. Hell, 3 weeks ago, I was in the Carmelitas Projects in Long Beach. And I asked one of my partners something. I said, so who all live up in here? We were just reminiscing about the past. And then for some reason, somehow, Northside Longos came up. He said, oh, no, they don't come up in here, homie. They with that NK. I said, what? The North Side used to be cool with everybody? Like, man, they with the NK. They don't come up in here. So when these young brick boys see them, they take off on them. They're not letting them up in here. That's sad. Here it is. You have brown and black, once again, going at it. Not for a gang thing, but before it was initiated as a cultural assault by the Serrano in that area. So I'm just saying, man, stop smutting my message. My message is not one of hate. My message is not one of creating divide. If anything, if you could learn to see the trees through the forest, my message is weed out that negativity in your culture. But then you represent that, Blue Devil. Southsiders perspective, or Southsiders view, or whatever you call it, hater world, a Southsiders perspective. So you acknowledge what Swifty Blue has told the whole world what the ideology is. We don't care about blacks. I'm gonna let that go. See what you got to say. On that note, it's the hub and the dub with neighborhood love. 2 young baby, y'all know what that is. Compton, California, all the time.